We are keeping a really close eye on our ferry system tonight as crews work to operate with these heavy winds that are moving through. Right now, most sailings are running about 30 minutes behind. Washington State Ferries warns to prepare for, quote, bumpy sailings and possible cancellations tonight, especially on the Port Townsend to Coupeville and Anacortes to San Juan routes.
To our roadways now, so traction tires are advised right now on both Snoqualmie and Stevens passes. So reminder, if you're heading that way.
Very important to keep in mind. Remember, these winds are making for some choppy waters too. If you're out on the water, this is more video out of Bellingham.
Let's get to our meteorologist, Christopher Nunley, who joins us now. So walk us through basically the timeline for the system.
Yes, so we're going to hold on to the winds over the next few hours, but then they get better by the weekend. So that's the positive news. We are on the up and up. We're on the back end of the worst impacts from this system. So between now and 7 p.m., that's when we're really going to see those strongest wind gusts across the area. So I want to walk you through that hour by hour. This is currently, notice the red and orange colors on this map, really taking up most of western Washington. And this is where the winds are going to gust between 40 to 60 miles per hour. We hold on to that through 7 p.m., but watch what happens to all the orange and red colors as we continue to work our way overnight into tomorrow morning. This is 6 a.m. The orange, the red colors, they're gone, and the winds really decrease by tomorrow morning and are going to be between 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's something that we can really manage. Just the next couple of hours going to see some of those stronger winds. Because of that, we have a wind advisory in effect for the brown shaded areas. This does include Seattle, Everett, and Tacoma, most of Puget Sound, the Kitsap Peninsula, the southwest Washington coast under that wind advisory until 7 p.m. Those southerly winds could gust upwards of 45 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts possible within that high wind warning, which is that orange shaded area for the north coast, the San Juan Islands, and western parts of Whatcom County. Again, winds could gust upwards of 60 miles per hour. That could cause some minor tree damage, isolated power outages, and then travel is going to be difficult as well, especially on those east to west roadways. US 2, I-90, parts of 101. Hold on to that steering wheel pretty tightly with those strong gusty winds that are out there right now and that we've really seen throughout the day. Here's a look at some of the maximum wind gusts that we've seen so far today. Keep in mind, tropical storms are classified that when they have those sustained winds at 39 miles per hour. Hoquiam, 58 mile per hour wind gusts today, 49 miles per hour in Bellingham and Tacoma, around 45 for my friends in Olympia and right at SeaTac as well. So a very windy day across western Washington. And folks, we're still holding on to those strong winds right now. These are the observed wind gusts over the last hour, and you can see most of western Washington has seen those wind gusts between 20 to, in some cases, over 40 miles per hour. Look at our island communities. Boy, oh boy, Oak Harbor. Hope you're doing okay there. 45 mile per hour winds, 40 mile per hour winds recently at Hoquiam, and up in Bellingham, winds are currently gusting over 40 miles per hour, and you can see that. Notice just how rough those waters are. You can see the grass there moving, the tower cam just whipping around in those winds, and it's going to be pretty windy over the next few hours. Big area of low pressure. This is responsible for those strong southerly winds that are being pulled into that system as it works its way off toward the north and east. The good news is this tracked well north of western Washington, so we missed out on the strongest winds, but it's still windy out there, and it's also pulling in some of that rain across western Washington. So tonight it's going to be wet, it's going to be windy, no umbrella, too windy for that. Just have that rain gear on with some of the rain showers continuing throughout the evening and overnight hours. Temperatures are comfortable though tonight. We're going to fall into the low to mid 40s. This weekend, not a complete washout. We do have some rain at times, but we will see sun breaks as well, with those high temperatures climbing into the upper 40s and lower 50s.